welcome to Musical Monday.
All right.
To your first Musical Monday. I talked to your mom the other day.
Yeah, she told me. I was embarrassed.
Aw. No, I mean, I didn't know it was your mom. I actually was talking to her about booking something else entirely. And then at the end of the conversation, like, oh, by the way, Joe's my son.
And I was like, Mom.
And he's the best in the world. No, she didn't say that, but I know she thinks it. And you're very talented. And I'm real excited because you're the first classical guitarist we've had on the show.
All right.
And I'm real excited about that. And so why don't you tell me a little bit about how you got started?
Well, that's interesting. I've been playing guitar since I was a teenager, like the rest of the guys out there. I guess I started when I was 13, got hooked, and then by the time I was in high school, I was telling my mom, I'm going to go to music school and all that. And she's like, what? And so then,
You're not going to be a doctor or a lawyer like I thought?
And then she was like, okay, that's cool. And I just went around and I auditioned at many of the conservatories. I ended up going to Florida State for 2 years, and I transferred to College of Charleston for 2 years, and then I ended up going and finishing my master's at the Conservatory of Music in San Francisco. So it was about 6 years of school.
And why classical?
That's a good question. I was playing like Santana and metal and Maiden and all this stuff, and then I went and had a guitar lesson with this classical guitarist that ended up being my professor later on, and after 2 seconds out of that thing, I'd never heard anyone play the instrument like that before. I was absolutely blown away. I was like, okay, that's what I'm doing.
Wow.
I was totally a rocker before that. I was like Zeppelin and this and that.
So you didn't have a lot of exposure to classical guitar?
None. I didn't even know what it was. And I sat down and here's this guy just like, it's seriously, I've heard a lot of guitarists say that. The first time you hear someone play classical guitar live, if you're just like, wow. It's like taking it to the extreme.
It is very impressive. And a lot more work for you. To take that
more work for me,
to say the least.
I don't know. I didn't even think. You don't think of it as work. It's just like what else am I gonna? I can't do anything else. That's all I can do. So,
would you say that it's more difficult to become successful as a classical guitarist as opposed to just playing in a band?
I would actually. Oh my God, that's totally. Either one is equally difficult.
Right.
I mean, I'm making a living at it, and I know I would make it as a rock guitarist too. And I know plenty of guys. No.
It's not harder or easier. It's the same.
It's the same.
Wow. So what kind of venues do you play in?
Anywhere I can play, actually. I play, let's see, I just played the Cameo last month. My next big local gig is going to be at the Napa Valley College. That'll be a solo concert. That'll be exciting. That's on, let's see, what day is that?
Oh, yeah. Tell us
May
about
24th.
Oh, great.
At the Napa Valley College. I'm a professor over there. I teach guitar as well. So.
Oh, really?
It'll be a perfect venue for me.
Oh, that's great. Okay, so you're going to play some music for us live. You brought in some recorded music.
We got some CDs.
Yeah, and you had to decide which ones you wanted to do.
Well, the first piece I brought in we'll listen to, it's a CD recording of a piece I played through college. This is actually written by a college professor of mine named Dusan Bogdanovich. He's one of the best classical guitarists around. This is a piece called Mysterious Habitats. What's interesting about this piece is you'll notice a very distinctive bass line that keeps repeating over and over again. And then above that, I bring in a melody part that is what we call syncopated in music, which means it gives the illusion of two different time signatures playing at the same time, even though it's one.
That's interesting.
And it's also an F Lydian, which is interesting. In other words,
whoa, what?
Okay, yeah, hold on.
You lost me there.
For you guitar players out there, F Lydian, I'm actually tuning the E bass string up to F, which is a little odd. That's really rare in guitar. You'd be like, what? You take it down to D or somewhere, or E flat, you tune it down, but you never bring it up. That's really rare. So the F, in this tune, guys, the E string, the bass E is up to F, which is a little odd.
Wow.
So it makes for a cool sound.
Is that like in Spinal Tap, it goes to 11? And it goes to F.
It
goes
goes
up to F.
11.
All right, great. Well, let's hear it. Joe Galambos, classical guitarist. 1440 KVON and 99.3 The Vine. This is Kelly. That was Joe Galambos, local musician playing the classical guitar. Okay, Joe, I got to ask you, I don't think I understood exactly. Did you do 2 tracks or is that 2 guitars?
No, that's just me, 1 track, no edits. There's actually.
It really sounds like a duet.
It does. That's the syncopation in effect right there. The fact, you've got.
Dun, dun, dun. And it was like the other one was like.
They're almost in 2 different time signatures at once. You have the bass going around and around on the same time signature, and then the melody just a little bit off upstairs going by. So it
was great. And I bet it'd be fun to watch. To watch your fingers doing that.
I wouldn't know, but I've heard it's
You could sit in front of a mirror.
Okay. When I get home.
Yeah, go in front. You don't play in front of the mirror. I sing in front of the mirror all the time. You just grab a hairbrush and you just start. Yeah, well, see, you have the guitar right there and just sit in front of. That's an idea. Yeah. Okay. Well, you're going to play a song live for us today.
Okay. Now
so tell me about this one. Tell me about it.
This is called Misionera. It's a takeoff on Malagueña theme, which is a Spanish dance. So you all kind of recognize it. Go, hey, wait, I kind of know that. I mean, it's because so many just like it.
So is it like a flamenco kind of thing?
It's not flamenco. It's traditional classical guitar, but flamenco and classical get confused. They're similar but different.
They do.
This is classical Malagueña.
Okay, Malagueña. Malagueña.
Yeah.
And is that the style?
Yeah, it's a Spanish dance in 3-time.
Oh, yeah, I know that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, right.
So, but you the minute you hear it go,
I'm going to recognize it. Oh, yeah, I'm going to, the style anyway. Okay, great. So let's get set up for that. You can just pull your mic down a little bit. Joe Galambos, local musician playing the classical guitar. And as he mentioned before, he's a professor at Napa Valley College, teaches guitar there too. So maybe some of your students are listening. No pressure. No pressure, Joe.
You guys, no, it's pressure for them.
Yeah, really. Okay, take it away, Joe. 1440 KVON and 99.3 The Vine. Joe Galambos. That was amazing. Loved that. Yeah, you can talk. Come on now.
Thank you.
I mean, that was just incredible. And so, I mean, your fingers were just flying on that.
I know.
It was.
I was freezing over here. I was flying out of control.
It was incredible. I mean, that's got to be really challenging.
Yeah, that took years and years and years. I've been playing that particular piece since 1995.
Probably. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that one's been in the repertoire for a while, but it's one of the favorites,
amazing.
So there it is.
So your next performance is in May?
The next
do you have other
performance
performances?
in Napa is going to be Saturday, May 24th at the Napa Valley College at the main auditorium. I think it's called Wheeler Auditorium. I'm not sure. But you can get tickets if you'd like at the college box office, which is 259-8077.
And do you have some not local gigs coming up?
I looks like I'm going back east to Charleston in the spring again for a couple concerts in the Spoleto Festival, and then I play, here and there all over the city. But the next big open solo concert where you can come and just sit and watch me play a complete concert will be then locally.
So if somebody wants to contact you to book you, how can they do that?
The best way to book me is to email me at joe@joegalambos.com. My last name is spelled Galam as in Mary, BOS.
That's pretty easy.
It's
Can you get that?
I guess. I hear the opposite, but they're
really?
like, what was it? Galapagos? And I'm like,
Galapagos. I love that.
Columbus. I get Columbus a lot.
I know what I said this morning. Am I saying your name correctly? Yeah, that's
it's
okay.
Good enough. Yeah.
Okay. I'm like, well, no, tell me how to say it.
It's actually better than usual. I'm pretty impressed.
I still don't really know how to say it, though.
I don't either. It's a mystery. It's Hungarian. What do you get? I don't know. You'd have to ask my Hungarian grandfather how to say it. So.
Well, let's call him. What's his number? We'll get him right. We'll get him on the line right now. We'll get him. We'll get him. All right. Your mama must be so proud. Want to say give a shout out to anybody? Give a shout out to your mom. All right. Well, now you're going to stick around and come back in the 8 o'clock hour, right?
Come back at 8:15.
Play some more music for us. Fantastic. It'll be different songs next time, so you got to stick around for it.
See you guys soon.
Right. Thanks, Joe. Joe Galambos.